Well, it's late January and it's actually not raining today, so decided to come up here and try to get some stuff done. I'm going to try to combat condensation in the old camper here today. But before I do that, I'm going to have a little breakfast. I'm going to have some Mountain House scrambled eggs and bacon. No, not bacon, ham. Maybe I ought to rehearse this shit. I've already gone through the preparation process. If you need instruction on how to boil water, I'm sure there's plenty of other channels that do that better than me. I got to drain this liquid out a little bit first. Alright, this is ham and eggs and peppers. And that's the 2-serving package, fills up this little bowl. I lost my piece of ham. I think my egg needs a little more hydration. It tastes pretty good though. It tastes like ham. Like a smoky ham. I'm not really a fan of green pepper, so probably wouldn't be a repurchase for me because of the green pepper. But if you like green peppers, then hey. So my plan is to run this fan and this little tiny dehumidifier. I'm going to set the timer for 1 hour a day. Just to see how that works out, because I'm going to plug it into the Apocalypse box and I'm not really getting a lot of sunshine this time of year. So we'll see what the batteries look like when I come back in a week, and if there's plenty of charge, I'll probably up the amount of time it runs to 2 hours. And I'll set it for like the middle of the day when I'm pretty sure it's getting sun, and do what I can to get the most out of the solar. So I have the camper plugged in right now. Nothing is plugged into any of the outlets in the camper, but you can hear that ancient power pack running. I think what it is it might be the converter that converts AC to DC so I can run the lights inside of here. So I'm going to have to take that apart and stop that from running because I don't want that to be consuming power all day long. So since nothing can be simple for me, this screw and this screw won't come out. This one just spins freely and I could probably punch it out. But this one is in there tight, and I didn't bring anything to squirt in there to loosen it up, and I don't have my hacksaw with me to cut behind it, so I'm going to go on to plan B. Basically, I just took that box out. I just cut the power cord off to the box, and now I'm going to butt connect these together. This is an old extension cord. Actually, it's an old half of one. It kind of got lucky. I needed the other half for something else, and I kept this around for a rainy day, and both literally and figuratively, a rainy day arrived. If you don't have one of these things, these are really nifty. But basically, you just put your wire in there, and it just snips off the right amount. It's super easy. Check it out. I think that's the sun up there. Right, this rat nest right here is obviously I got my watt meter. So right now I'm not pulling any watts, which is nice. Got my timer, and it's got 2 outlets. I got my dehumidifier and this Ryobi fan, and I'm going to turn them on so I can see what each one the dehumidifier. That's not very good, does it? There we go. Now another reason that I'm not going to run this for maybe a couple hours during the day is it's pretty cold in here, and that dehumidifier needs a fairly warm temperature to operate, so it'll ice up. And I got it in that pan. I'm going to turn the fan on now. Yes, I'm not pulling any power at all with this. I'm not pulling any amps. These are both use very little power, so I may be able to run these longer. We'll have to see. I have this dehumidifier sitting in a pan because it only operates, I want to say, above 50 degrees, and it's going to be obviously much cooler than that in here. So what will happen is the backside will frost up and it won't let air in, and then when it turns off and it thaws out, then that will just drip into the pan and not all over the camper. So one of the things I want to do today is start taking these trees down right here, because what I've decided I'm going to do is from about right behind Dwayne here, and then just kind of like a straight line back. I'm either going to rent an excavator or hire somebody to do it and come in and I'm just going to level all this down, and then that dirt can fill in this driveway, and then it can also fill in, which is probably difficult to see on camera, but it's pretty steep. It'll take a lot of dirt. If I don't have enough dirt from that other area, I can also get this pile of dirt right here, which is the dirt that was pulled out of the ground. There's a hole right there. I showed that in a previous video. Right up for the MRE video. I'm just going to go ahead and eat it while I'm up here at Morningwood. It's kind of the same deal as before. It just takes a squirt of water in the bottom. And in she goes. Okay, I did that one wrong. Actually, the food gets wrapped in the bag here. Cooks like that. I'm not going to eat that cookie because I'm trying to watch my weight a little bit. I'm going to try the drink powder though. Oops. I'm not going to open it quite that far. It says to add the 12 ounces of water. So I just took a big gulp out of this 16 ounce. Orange Kool-Aid. Well, the pouch never heated up, so I had to go inside and throw it on the propane stove. It just barely fills up this bowl right here. Not really, doesn't seem like very much food for 260 calories, but average at best. Kind of has a funky aftertaste. Kind of hard to screw up spaghetti, you'd think, huh? 12:30 on January or February 15th. So I've been thinning these trees out right through here to let sunlight through so it can hit my panels in the afternoon. And you see that big guy right there in the middle? Let's take a look at that guy. This is what it looks like from the back side, which, as you can tell, has a bit of a geographic hazard to it. So I got to think about if I want to chop that down or not. Oops, a little fast zoom there, but you can see you get next to it and you're standing on a real thin piece of dirt. I'm not real keen on taking me and a tree down about 12 feet to the ground down there. No one's going to hear my cries for help. What I'm about to show you is not for the weak of heart. You're going to probably want to avert your eyes for the next 15 seconds. Behold. The nastiest place in the world.